Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to hop on while I finish straightening stuff up and get me a sip of caffeine. It is almost 10 o'clock, y'all. Good morning. How is everyone doing? I can't measure this, but I think it is 9 by 14. It's a very substantial size. I kind of tried to have it propped up so that you could see it without everything sliding off. Y'all be sure and let me know when you hop on. This guy is called the Dapper Bunny, and who doesn't love a Dapper Bunny, y'all? I think I will go ahead and get started. Let's see here. I don't know if I have anything really big enough. We'll start with the staining, and then we'll move on. This is just the outside edges of the frame. And like I said, I think good morning, Natalie. Y'all, I have you turned around, so hopefully I can see some comments today. Yay! No writing. Like I said, gonna go ahead and get started with a little staining, and I'm using the Dixie Belle, the Dixie Belle. It's gel stain. The color is Tobacco Road. Gonna go ahead and look, y'all. I've got a dirty plate that I'll be putting my stuff on. Hopefully some of my paints and stuff. I am not as ready as I thought I was. But hey, we're just gonna go with it. Y'all, my boy Locke is home sick today. He seems to feel okay, but he got sick at school yesterday, so they sent him home. And he seemed to feel pretty good. His little eyes, you could tell he doesn't really feel good, but anyhow, he's home with me today, and we had to run to the post office and do a few things. So he's in the living room laying down on the couch. Got all he needs, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, just put the stain on, and then I'm just going to wipe off the excess. And y'all, I don't do all the things perfect. Do y'all? I am not perfect. I like for people to be able to tell that stuff is handmade, I guess is one reason. Okay, got the frame border stained. So now I'm just going to maybe stick it back here. Well, it can continue drying, and I can move on. Let's see here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all, he is so cute. But you've got the outlines, so you know where things go. He's adorable. Da-da-da. I hope I make him as cute as he really is. And y'all, I decided to go with my favorite eucalyptus. Y'all be sure and say hello. Thank you, Debbie. I think he's really okay, but like I said, he had to come home from getting sick in the bathroom yesterday, and so it has to be a full 24 hours before they can go back. I don't know what got into him, but he did get a little puny yesterday, but like I said, he's doing great today, and we're kind of just waiting out our time, and prayerfully he stays feeling better. Like I said, eucalyptus. And sometimes what I like to do, I was looking for one of my big, there it is. Sometimes I like to mist the wood with just a little bit of water because it helps this thick paste spread nicely. And you do have the frame that goes around the edges, so you don't have to get your edges great. I'm just going to get pretty close. Hopefully get it all covered, because I feel like this guy could take a little while this morning. Y'all let me know when you hop on. There's no word. I have a featured link, so you should be able to see the link. And I think he's like 9 by 14. Big, substantial size bunny. Big Dapper Bunny for y'all today. And we actually had him available last year, but we never got to go live with him. A few people have ordered him, but I just feel like he needs a little bit of spotlight. What do y'all think? Oh, goodness gracious. It's been wild. Y'all, I'm ready. Spring break is not next week, but the next week. And we're going to be in the North Georgia area, around close to Dawsonville, Georgia. So y'all let us know some things that we need to do while we're there, if you're familiar with that area. There we go. Y'all, I didn't get to go work out. Oh, thanks so much. Yes, if y'all don't mind sprinkling, thank you, Muriel. Y'all be sure and sprinkle me out. Help get us out to everywhere. If y'all don't know, we have just a small family business. Oh, I forgot to wet that. Gonna do a little bit more water, just a light mist to really help this chalk paste spread nicely. It's still a really thick, good coverage, even with that little bit of misting. But we are a small family business, and we need all the help we can get to get out there and be seen. And I am going to distress this board a bit, so I'm not worried about it being a perfect coat of the eucalyptus. But y'all, this green is so beautiful. I love eucalyptus. Okay, no, I'm not going to be done with that. Actually, I might go ahead and paint the flowers that go on his hat. I'm going to have some eucalyptus in those leaves as well. So I might go ahead and try to get some paint on those. And I should have, I wonder, I might have to try to use this stick pen today to clean out, because it does have some etching on it. And I might need to do a little bit of cleaning out. I'm going to use some eucalyptus, like I said, on some of the leaves, and then probably come in with a different green as well, just for a little bit. Actually, that looks, I love, y'all, this is about my favorite green. I'm going to clean my brush out, and I might come in with just some highlights of Meadow, which is like more of a Kelly green, and just kind of blend those in just to get a little variation in that green. And look, I was trying to be super careful around the flower because I forgot that, and I'm just getting some of that meadow green and then kind of just dabbing it off a little bit. But the actual flower is here, so I really could have been a little bit messier with the leaves and stuff, because the flower is going to go on top of that. But I've got my leaves painted, and I'm sure that I'm going to, I'm trying to get rid of stuff as I finish up with it and don't need it anymore, because I get so much stuff up here and I'm like, what was I doing? Where am I? Who am I? Y'all be sure and say hello. There's no word today. It's just a link posted. But if you don't see it or you need me to send you a link, I'm happy to. Again, I think he's approximately 9 by 14, so it's a big frame and bunny. And I'm going to dry this a bit because I am going to be distressing it some, probably with a little bit of stain. What's everybody been up to? Are y'all so ready for the weekend? I'm so ready for the weekend. I'm so ready for spring break. And I don't even really, I'm not in school. Hi, Mary. So glad you're on here with me today, guys. We're missing my parents, but we're glad they're having fun cruising. I don't even know where all they're at. I can't keep up with them. I actually have so much trouble keeping up with myself. Hey, Misty. I don't even really try to keep up with them too much anymore. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my big chippy brush. These things are cheap. I think most people use them as if they're disposable. Dab some of that off, and then I'm just going to drag it gently across my board. And there's some areas that you're not even going to see because the bunny is going to cover it up, and of course the edges. But I just kind of want to give it a little bit of a rustic look because I like rustic. Okay, I might be done with that. I might not be done. Gonna sand the edges of my leaves. Y'all let me know what you're doing today. It's kind of been a rainy, dreary morning around here. And then I'm just gonna sand over that a bit. And then I'm gonna dust it off as good as I can and sit the base. Let me show y'all what we've got so far. And that does not look exactly like it is because I've got that bright light shining. But anyhow, you get the picture. And then the leaves, I'm going to take a little bit of my Distress ink and just go around. And I might not be done distress. I might need to put a little bit of this on the background too because I like it. Actually, you know what? I think I might do a little bit of the vanilla. And I've just got some pieces of an envelope I tore up. And I might scrape a little bit of this vanilla across as well. I'm just going to start. Yep, I'm glad I did it. And then just lightly drag it across. And like I said, you're not going to see all these spots in areas because the bunny's going to be covering some of it up. But I do like to see a little bit of distress. And hey, Sue! Oh, no! Kathy, I'm so sorry. What kind of surgery did you have? I hate you had to have surgery, but I'm glad you did and you made it and everything is going to be good now. I know it. I know it will be. And I'm just getting a little bit more of my stain. You could do this, don't do this. I just like adding a little bit more dimension. Congratulations to your grandson, Sue. What an accomplishment. That's wonderful. National Honor Society. Did they have a, like a program or something for that? That's exciting. Like I said, we have spring break coming up. Just going to lightly sand this as well. And we're going to be in the North Georgia area, around Dawsonville. And we've got plans to see some, hopefully waterfalls. Okay, look, I'm gonna, these are not super sticky anymore. There we go. We'll see how far we get with that. I'm probably gonna go ahead and work on my black stuff. He's got on a little tux, y'all. A bunny in a tux. How cute is that? I think it's so cute. I think I might just start working on the little hat. My water bottle. Just gonna add a little mist of water to that so that it spreads well. And I don't need a huge brush. Gonna start with the black. And some of this is gonna be covered up with other pieces. So I'm just gonna kind of get areas that are gonna show, hopefully. And you know what? I really didn't have to be crazy with that spot right there because it is going to have the little bill to the hat. I guess it's a bill. I don't really know. But I didn't even really need to focus on painting that part. But I did, so it's fine. I like to encourage myself by letting myself know it's fine. Now we'll work on this part. Is what I was going to say was going to be covering the hat. I mean, the area that I didn't really have to focus on painting. Silly me. Y'all, I kind of want a bunny to put in a tuxedo now. I had forgotten about the Dapper Bunny. A few people have ordered it, but we never went live. I don't think we ever went live with him. I don't even know if we ever did a video with it. I'm not sure. We should have because he's adorable. But when I ran across the file and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this. And Mom may have, and I may just be not remembering correctly. I'm going to move his ears. Let me wet that a little bit. There we go. And like I said, his little bill to his hat's going to be covering that up. Let's see here. I might have to get a smaller brush out. I'm going to work on painting this area, and I'm not going to be super careful because parts of this are going to be covered up as well. So I'm just going to try to paint the areas that are going to be, that need to be painted. Let's see here. I think this does too, and this might be where I need a smaller brush. Because I'm trying not to make too big of a mess on him, actually. but hopefully it all turns out fine. If not, hey, it's paint, we'll paint over it, right? Okay, and then his shirt, I think I'm just gonna do it in vanilla. And I think I've got a good coating of that black on. I do love this little Dapper Bunny. Let me spray. I'm just gonna spray my paintbrush this time, because I think I'm getting my tape wet and it's not wanting to stick so good. Okay, I think he's good to go. So let me put the lid. I think I've got all my black. Hopefully. We'll see if I don't. If I don't, we'll just do it again. And I think I want his little shirt to just be the vanilla. And I'm going to go ahead and get that on so that I can dry all these pieces. And then get a second coat on the vanilla. There we go. All right, now while I'm drying, hey Tracy. I hope y'all are having a great Thursday. Like I said, Locke's home from school, but I think he's really feeling better, but he got sick, so he has to, we have to wait our time to go back. What's everybody been up to? I've just been kind of running wild. like normal. That's pretty normal for me. Just taking a quick peek to see if I'm covering areas that need to be covered. Trying to make sure I get everything painted. All right, and that's just his undershirt, and it's just kind of sloppily painted on there. I don't think I need that paintbrush anymore. I might be wasting lots of paintbrushes today, guys. It's fine though. I'll wash them all out soon. He's looking good. Do y'all have weekend plans? Are y'all planners of the weekends? I try not to be too planned about them, because we've always got something that comes up that we need to do. I wonder what I did. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that vanilla also with my piece of cardboard. I think I'm just going to drag some of it over his hat. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Hopefully a little bit. Because I want him to be kind of a rustic Dapper Bunny. Let's see here. And then for the bill of his hat, we'll go like this. We'll go with it. Then a little bit on this little tux lapel. I don't know what that's called. I don't know what all the names of all the things are. There we go. I'm liking just a little bit of the distressing, and I might come back with a very, I think I've got a more fine, yeah, to do a little bit of sanding. Thank y'all so much for sharing. Thank y'all so much for the stars, guys. I am so appreciative of everything, especially y'all just choosing to hang out with me, because truly you could be anywhere. So I really appreciate you being with me. I'm just drying that little bit of vanilla, and then I'm going to sand it so it really blends in with the black. and it looks like it's always been there. Just kind of roughing everything up a little bit, blending it, roughing it up, blending it. Okay. All right, look, I'm just going to see where we're at, make sure I've got everything covered that needs to be covered. Oh, goodness. And I am going to just, where I got, I'm going to get my edges a little bit. And this, the reason I used a fine grit on the actual suit and everything. But for the edges, this is just a little bit rougher of a sandpaper, so that you can actually see that it's sanded off some. The other one just kind of blended the white in. Okay, just making sure. Look, this is where we're at so far. What do y'all think? What do y'all think before we get too far into it? And guys, I'm a little bit nervous about his face. I don't know why. I'm going to be doing the bunny, the actual like face and ears in camel paste. What am I trying to find? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Look, I might get me, because I got me some fresh tape on this board for holding the pieces down. I'm going to go ahead and start with his ears. And we also have the Dapper Bunny, and then there's the girl bunny too that we have. That's what I'm looking for. Just a little mist of water to really help the paste just glide on. And I'm not super concerned about really covering, because this color is so close to the actual wood color that I think it actually looks nice being able to see a bit of it. I like being able to see a little bit of the wood, is what I'm trying to say, because it blends so nicely with the wood color. Anyhow, so it's very close to the wood color, and that's probably a good thing, because what did I do with my pen? Okay, and to clean out the etching, I'm just taking a stick pen and dragging it through. And y'all, please keep chatting with me, because I do love coming back and reading what everybody had to say when I couldn't see. I hate missing comments, but unfortunately I do have to paint. And I'm just trying to kind of be careful not to get it on areas that I know it doesn't need to be on, like the eyeballs. But I'm not being, because he is gonna be kind of patinaed and aged, and you know, patinaed up a little bit like I love to do. So I'm not too worried about a super thick coating. Hopefully, I do think I want to add in like a little bit of white around his little bunny, like the middle of his face, maybe. We'll see. Maybe like on his nose area. I'll add a little bit of white, so he has like a little bit of dimension in his face. That's what I'm trying to say. So he's not just a flat little brown bunny. And I am trying to be, I keep losing my pen. Keep his little whiskers etched out good. You could use like a little fine tooth black marker to really define those, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I am. We'll see when we get to the end. Let's see here. I'm going to use, let me spray a little water here, and then I'm gonna do, where's me? I just need like a little, I saw the brush I needed earlier, and you know what? I didn't get it out, and that's my bad. That's not it. And I'll probably never see it again, but it's like a little stippling brush. Maybe we'll try this with a little, there's my white. I was just say, oh my goodness, I've lost the white. Hey, Jonette, thanks so much for joining me. Trying to find my water. Anyhow, I just watered down some white. And I think I just kind of want to add the illusion of lighter fur in some areas. Maybe. We'll see how this goes. I'm just dabbing on a little bit of white just to kind of give him some variation in color and kind of make it look like actual fur. There we go. And I might water down. I'm going to put a little bit of this. Just kind of stipple back over it. Because like I said, I want him to look like an actual bunny. Just really blend that. Hopefully. We'll see what we think. And then if we need to make some adjustments, we'll make some adjustments. There we go. Okay. And I think we're good on his ears. And I'm thinking I'm going to do like a peachy, watered down peachy keen for his ears. Like the insides. Oh my, I don't know what I was just thinking, grabbing that paintbrush and squeezing it. That wasn't smart. There we go. Okay. All right. Put that paintbrush in there, and then let me grab, I'm going to scoop out a little bit of the peachy keen. I'm running out of places to scoop stuff. Let's see here. And I'm just going to scoop out, like I said, a little bit of the peachy keen and kind of water it down a little bit for the insides of his little ears. So I don't want it like super, super pink. I like that peach. Yes, that is so cute. It's like the perfect inside ear color for a bunny. The perfect inside ear color for a bunny, yes. And look, I don't know where that little flower came from. It must have been stuck to something that I had laying over to the side. Just like a hint of pink for his ears. I like it. Okay. what else? Oh yeah, like his little nose needs a little bit. Like he's got a little pink nose. My bunny has a little pink nose. He is looking so cute, y'all. Look, there's my stick pin. I was just gonna say, I've lost my stick pin again. Little stuff is hard to keep, well, who am I kidding? Big stuff is hard to keep up with too. I'm good at misplacing things. And I'm just gonna clean that out in case I need that again. And let's go ahead and dry, and then I can look up and see what y'all are saying. Thank you, Tony. And we'll start putting in, oh, I forgot, I've got to paint his little bow tie and the flower. How silly of me. We'll get this part dry. Let me get that closed. I might use a little bit of that in the flower. I don't know. I might use a little bit of the Couture coral in peony that I don't know how to say right. Oh goodness, what is going on with everyone today? I know there's got to be some good stuff happening. Look, and I'm gonna try to, y'all forgive me, I'm gonna be looking down again. So, no place is a safe place for me. Thanks, Karen. Hey, Karen. Yeah, I hide stuff very well. Actually, you know what? I think I might start with, oh, here's my white. I really wish I had a skinnier white. Woo, oh, it's making me nervous. But I think I might start with the whites of his eyes. And I hope he doesn't look like crazy-eyed. Sometimes I get eyeballs to looking just crazy. And it's got etching to help you know what to color. And I'm just coloring. I'll post pictures later so you can see it better. And I just hope it don't look crazy. I probably need to dry that before I start doing the black. And have it smudging. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I tend to smudge it when I don't dry things well. And now I can look up again. Hey, Denise. Got a bump on my chin. It's not really, it's kind of my neck chin. Oh goodness, I don't know what it is, but I don't know why I touch my, like, here. Maybe I'm trying to hide my double chin. I don't know why I do things. Sometimes I just do them. Okay, hopefully his eyes are dry, and I might need to pick him up off the tape so I can really maneuver while I'm trying to be very careful with my black. And he's got like some I think it's like eyebrows or something. Not real etching. And like I said, it's all kind of etched off. So you know where to put. And I just hope his little eyes he doesn't look crazy-eyed. Because sometimes that does happen. And then his little nose that goes down to his little mouth. This is where I might need to do some turnings of the board so I can see what I'm doing. And try so hard not to mess it up. Because he's coming together really, He's looking super cute. And I'm trying to decide if I want to mess with trying to do his whiskers, because they're kind of sticking out like whiskers should. It'd be good to have some kind of fine line Posca pens on hand for this job, unless you have a steady hand. Not like, I don't really have a steady hand. But I think he's doing okay. We've got like some little glistening parts for his eyes. What do y'all think? I don't think I'm gonna draw the whisker. I don't know. If I've had, what I need is a very fine, and there did used to be a fine black marker. Let's see, is that one? That might be just a pen. But it works. That does kind of show up his little whiskers a little bit better. Definitely use a fine point for them though, would be my suggestion. And this just might be an actual fountain pen that I just used, but it worked. It worked just fine. All right, let me draw his eyeballs. Thank you, Denise. He's coming together so nicely. I'm just gonna try to make sure his eyes are pretty good and dry. And then, I don't know why I picked that up, but I didn't get around the edges of his suit as much as I wanted to. And then I need to do his ears. I'm just going to get him all over. And there is, oh, I know what the girl, I couldn't think of her name. Her name is Best Girl Bunny. So we have Dapper Bunny and Best Girl Bunny that are kind of, they're not really together. Oh, and look, I knew that I would need, look, I'm going to grab this small brush to use after my glue. When I start gluing them together, to touch up areas that I didn't get close enough for everything to cover, I'm going to start gluing. Actually, wait a minute. I need to add some of my Distress Oxide before I get crazy with the glue. And I'm just going to go around the edges more heavily and then just bring some up into the ear like so. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. I also need to distress his face a little bit around the edges and throughout. And then I'm just going, like I said, around the edges, get some on his shirt, the hat. Okay, now to carry on with the glue. And I think I might have used the paintbrush that I was going to use for the black, but it's fine. I'll just grab another one. Because there's some areas that I'm seeing that I didn't get close enough to cover up. There we go. Anyhow, I'm going to glue the ears and a few things on while I work on painting his little flower for his hat and his bow tie. And y'all, this glue is the absolute best stuff is called Tight Bond, Quick and Thick. I've sent people messages with links to it. I don't know if y'all ever got it, but if you use this, let me know how much you love it, because it's really great stuff. It grabs on pretty instantaneously. Okay, this is how he's looking so far. What are we thinking? Wait till you see him all come together. I can hardly wait. Let me knock some of this. I think I am going to go ahead and glue the little bill to his hat on. Then I can really see the touch-up areas that I need to go back and hit with a little bit of paint. Oh, getting glue. Because once everything is put on, there we go. That's looking good, good, good. And then, I don't know if I went around. It's black, it's hard to see, but I do still like to add a little bit of that distress ink to it. And this is his little lapel. He is large and in charge, and he also has like lots of little fun details. Let me get me some more glue. Fun details that really give him the 3D effect that I love. Y'all let me know, do y'all use this glue? This Tight Bond? Quick and Thick. I like the name of it. Okay. That's what we've got so far. He's looking really cute. Really cute. Let me put my... I'm going to lay him here to dry. And then, like I said... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I'm going to use a little bit of... I kind of want to do like the coral. And I'm just going to kind of sloppily paint it on. And then I'm going to come in with some of the peony, I think. Then the bow tie. And I think I'm going to do the same with that. I love this Couture coral. Such a bright, fun color. Look, I'm going to dry that so that I can get it really nice and bold. Yes, Denise, I order it from Amazon. See, it's a glue one. Yes, glue on. Okay. Add a little bit more. And I'm just kind of, I'm not covering it really well, and I'm going with the same way like a bow tie would be on. In the flower, I'm just kind of swirling it on. There's some peony, and I need another little scooper to just scoop me. I don't need much of this. Not gonna get crazy with it. I might get crazy with it. We don't ever know. Okay. And then I just threw it to my shirt, but you know what gets that out? And I'm just gonna come in like with highlights of the peony. And just kind of, well, I got a little heavy with that one. We'll just really blend that in good, since I got a little heavy-handed with it. Do y'all ever get heavy-handed? I don't always intend to, but I do. And then just kind of blend in the peony. just to give a little bit of a different color. Dry these, and then I have a few more pieces to glue on. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody answered that about Walmart and Hobby Lobby and stuff. Yeah, probably pretty much anywhere that carries craft supplies and stuff would have it. I tend to go with Amazon because I try not to go in stores so much anymore. All right, and I'm just going around the edges of the bow tie and the flower, because again, I'm going to come in with a little distress oxide, and I'm trying to kind of clear out a little bit of space for me to actually work and show our little Dapper Bunny off. And like I said, you don't have to distress stuff. I like to. I just do. It's my jam. Okay. See our little bow tie? How cute. Let me just make sure I've got the bow tie going the right way. I do always recommend kind of test placing stuff. But with this glue, it actually grabs on pretty quickly if you put it on and spread it out. Just gonna look at him, make sure he's on the, and then let's figure out which way the flower goes on. There we go. But it gives you a little bit of time to kind of move it to where you need it, your pieces to go. It doesn't grab on quite as quickly as hot glue. Also, doesn't burn you. And it's like, it holds stuff together good. I don't know if it's made for outdoor stuff, but I glue a lot of my door hangers with it, and it holds up very well. Oh, y'all, he's so dapper. Look, check him out. What do y'all think about this cutie? I kind of forgot about putting the frame together. Silly me. I'm just going to flip these over. I just stained them. They're just kind of a little plain stain. Actually, I think what I might need to do, because I don't have a lot of glue, I think I might just put it on here and then spread it out. Oh gosh, I cannot wait to get him on this background. Some things I like to kind of cheat and do like a test run of something before I come live with y'all and do it. Just to make sure it turns out good. But this I didn't, and it is just so fun. I love seeing projects come together and come alive. To me, that's the best part, is like seeing it all come together. At least I think so. It's kind of exciting for me, not gonna lie. Okay, all right. I am gonna scoop up a little bit. I don't like to waste stuff, so I'm scooping up glue and using what little bit I had left on my plate. Look, I'm just going to go down the edge with my fingers and wipe up the excess stuff. I need to push my glasses up on my nose. They're slipping. I need to bend them around my ear a little better. Y'all, I've been not seeing as well. And I called my friend that works at the Vision Center in Walmart, and I was like, when do I need to come in for an eye exam? And it's been well over a year. And I was like, well, no wonder I'm not seeing as well as I once was. It's amazing how when you go a little too long, you can't see good. I don't go in Walmart very much either. I try my best to do pickup, especially with the kids. I don't want to go in there because, well, they're kids and they want everything. And I don't blame them for that. I was the same way. Unfortunately, my mom just had to get good at telling me no because there was no Walmart pickup when I was little. Oh, Denise, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Walmart, she says, is the place you need to get your glue. And then I'm just going to squirt it out on the backboard. I cannot wait to see this bunny on the screen. Are y'all as excited as I am? It doesn't take much to make me happy. Get up in the ears good. I just try to make sure I have a good coating of the glue on so that it has lots of places to grab on. But like I said, I use this for even outdoor pieces, and it works. The things hold up. I mean, my porch is covered, but when the wind blows, the rain can still get up on there. But it does. Oh, y'all are just gonna be so happy. Y'all, this just, oh my goodness. Check him out. Check out the Dapper Bunny. Woo, y'all, he is so stinking cute. I don't even know how to describe how cute he is. He almost makes me want to cry. He's so cute. What do y'all think? Hey, I think he turned out great. And look at those sweet eyes. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Look, I'm going to prop it up with the hot glue gun that I didn't use. Y'all let me know. Oh, I love him. And he's big. He is, I think, don't quote me on this, but pretty sure he's like 9 by 14. So he's a good size. And then he does have, I do pick up orders a lot. Yes, Denise, it's very helpful in not getting extra stuff that you really don't need. And had you not seen it, you would have never thought another thing about it. Thanks so much, guys. Oh, yes, I like knowing where some of the things need to go. Sometimes I like sticking them where I want to. Thanks, Judy. Thank you, Kathy. Thank y'all so much for joining me, guys, and sharing me out. And thank y'all so much for the stars. Thanks, Wanda. Y'all have a great rest of the day. I'm headed home with my boy. Gonna get him settled in at home, and then I'll probably do a little cutting. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.